Hi, I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago and parkbench.com/North Center. I'm here with Molly Moynahan. She's done a little bit of everything. She's an author and a writing coach for teens and high schoolers on up to adults writing the novel as well. She does fiction, nonfiction. It's everything. She does so much. Molly, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Adam. That's a great introduction.
So let's start with writing for that high school age. You wrote a book about how to write the college essay, the all-important college essay. Give us a little background on how you help work with people to get through that process.
So I was a high school teacher for about 10 years, English, and my students were often really challenged by the personal statement. It was because it's an organized essay, but it's also supposed to have a sort of emotional part of it, and it's very important that it's very engaging. So a lot of times the students at the school where I taught would come to me and say, can you help me write this? And then I started getting hired to do it. I started my own company, and so the book itself is called it's called The Teacher's Way, which is the name of my business, and writing a school college admission essay. And the idea behind it is really that you take a sort of broad area and you just bring down to this really focused and distilled, wonderful point that you're trying to make in the essay. Mm-hmm. And so I really like teaching teenagers. I always liked juniors and seniors. People thought I was crazy. You're like, oh my God, they're so scary. But I see them as kids still, and they're fun,
So you mentioned on the website that the sophomore year is actually the best time to get started with the personal essay. So, any parents watching this, it's not too late, right? They can start it even in junior, senior year. But why do you think that the sophomore year is the best time?
Well, it gives them the liberty, the freedom to kind of explore different things, so that when the time comes and they're looking at the prompts, one of which is write whatever you want to write, though I don't always think that's the best choice. So a lot happens between sophomore and senior year. It's really an interesting time, and a lot of maturity, a lot of events, sometimes sad events, sometimes somebody dies who's close to the person writing the essay, their triumphs, their defeats. It's just a lot of experience. And so what I recommend sophomores is just sort of more like a journal keeping, not to get too tied down to a result, but just, even on having your phone open, and when you see something that you think is really cool, or you could take a picture of it and then later maybe write something about it. So what that means is when they go into, besides the fact everyone's a better writer if they write more. So when they go into junior year, they're going to start getting a little more focused and aware of where they want to go, especially in the fall, definitely, but in the spring, but in the fall, they might start thinking about what colleges they want to visit, and then take a look at those colleges and see what they have to offer, and sort of try to. So it's kind of what is best about it is that it makes the process very organic and kind of painless. But I'll tell you, I have a ton of clients who call me in the or their parents in the fall of their senior year, and the student never got it done during the summer. That's been a huge part of my business, is coming in and calming everybody down and helping them. So that's ideal. Ideal is sophomore year, because you're, it's in the future, but I can do it at any point, and I have.
And another part of your business, you said you also coach adults, writing that novel. What does that process look like?
Well, I've worked with groups, small groups, here in my house, actually, and then I have clients who are writing. I think they're hoping to get published, but sometimes it's more of a sort of, I've had this story for a long time and I just want to write it and I want some feedback, and then I've also worked with people who've published, who are publishing, and that's been exciting. The coaching for adults is very similar to any writing class. It's finding out what it is that usually they have something written already, and then I can get an idea of the voice. Sometimes they don't, and then it's getting them to start writing. Because it's all about the work, you know, and a lot of the issues that come up are more like around self-esteem. I mean, I don't know, I just wrote terrible stuff without, you know, for years when I was younger. I just wrote all these poems and whatever, but I realized a lot of people feel very, very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So part of my job is also to help them feel stronger about that, and to start a process, a discipline, you know, like not necessarily write every day, but see it as an important part of their life if they want to publish something.
Yeah. So if someone wants to get in touch with you for your help writing anywhere from high school through adulthood, how do they get in touch with you? Where can they find you online?
So my website is The Teacher's Way. The address is mmwriting.com. You can always Google Molly Moynahan. That produces all kinds of things. And the website is really informative. It kind of, it breaks down all the different areas that I work in. It gives you my professional credits, and there's a blog, there's a newsletter, and people who get the newsletter, it's basically my blog, and it's about all kinds of things. I mean, it's about writing, it's about acceptance, it's about, you know, most of the people who get the newsletter really like it, because I know newsletters can be kind of annoying if you don't like it. So you can sign up for that on my blog. You can also sign up on my website. You can also sign up for getting information about the video class that I'm creating. And that's a 5-part college admission essay class that's basically like one-on-one coaching. And then, go ahead, I'm so sorry.
You're taking what you teach and sort of putting it into learn on your own system?
Yeah, well, it's virtual, but you know, there'll be also, you know, there'll be offerings for working one-to-one. And yeah, because it's interesting. A lot of people think that writing is just something people can do, and there's a lot of ways to make you a much better writer. And I know all of them. I've been around for long enough to have figured out most of those. So it's going to be one-to-one in terms of it being me, but we'll have like a whiteboard, and it'll be very comprehensive. It'd be like having me as normally when I get a client, we have about 10 sessions together. And so this will be like, because of what's going on, I just thought, okay, it's time. I'd planned on doing this, but it's kind of pushed me.
All right, that's great. Thank you for all your time, Molly. It's been great getting to know you here.
Yeah.
I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago, your path to home, and parkbench.com/North Center.